Welcome to today's explainer, where we're diving headfirst into an entire universe of complexity. And the craziest part? It's all hidden inside an incredibly brief source text. We're looking at a source so remarkably short, you'd literally miss it if you blinked, yet it packs an absolutely massive conceptual punch. Our entire source material today consists of exactly 3 words. Yep, just 3. It's a brilliant reminder that you really don't always need some massive 1,000-page manuscript to introduce a concept that completely stops you in your tracks. Those 3 words? Cosmological Content Problem. That's the whole shebang. But these 3 isolated words form a stark clue that we're going to investigate together, kind of like a semantic detective story. Just hearing the phrase out loud, there's an immediate gravity to it that demands we unpack it. Part 1. The 3-word mystery. Unpacking a minimalist puzzle. To truly grasp what this means, we really need to isolate and examine its atomic parts. Moving right along to part 2, scale, the cosmological aspect. Let's look at that first word, cosmological, meaning relating to the origin and development of the universe. This immediately frames our topic not as some local, temporary issue, but as something spanning the infinite expanse of existence itself. We aren't talking about a localized glitch on a hard drive or a minor clerical error here. We are talking about the origin, the structure, and the development of the entire universe. That is the massive playground we're operating in right now. So what actually happens when a concept spans the entire universe? By starting with this word, we're kind of forced to ask ourselves how we can even begin to grasp an idea that operates on a scale this massive and all-encompassing. Try to just hold the concept of an expanding universe in your head for a second. It bends the mind, doesn't it? It completely challenges our capacity for understanding boundaries. Which brings us to part 3, substance, defining the content. We now pull our focus from the infinite down to the specific and tangible with our second word, content. This is defined as the things that are held or included in something. It usually refers to something contained, quantifiable, and measurable, right? It's the actual substance inside a given space or medium. Think about a shipping container, a digital folder, or a physical book. They all hold content. The word implies boundaries. It implies a definitive limit. So in our source text, this represents the specific stuff we're examining, the substance within the vastness. It rapidly shifts our attention from the empty, boundless reaches of space right down to the material that actually fills it. And now for part 4, conflict, identifying the problem. The crucial point is what happens when we collide those first 2 concepts with our final word, problem, a matter or situation regarded as unwelcome or harmful and needing to be dealt with and overcome. This tells us that the relationship between the cosmological scale and the content within it is definitely not harmonious. Instead, it's a profound puzzle requiring a solution. There's a fundamental hitch in the system here. Something simply isn't adding up. You can really see the inherent friction now. How can something bounded and quantifiable, like content, be reconciled with the infinite, unimaginable scale of the cosmological? The boundless, with its expanding boundaries, is pushing right up against the bounded and measurable limits. It is quite literally a paradox written out in plain text. So, how do we reconcile the infinite with the contained? It's a huge rhetorical question, but it perfectly captures the sheer magnitude of a conflict, where the very substance of the universe somehow creates this overarching dilemma. And why does this matter to you and me? Because it highlights the absolute limits of human comprehension. It shows us that when we try to measure the unmeasurable, well, the math just breaks down. Finally, part 5, the final provocation, the sum of the parts. By putting these disparate words together, we see the true architecture of the idea. Step 1, cosmological. Step 2, content. Step 3, problem. We start with the entire universe. We identify its substance, and we immediately discover a fundamental conflict within it. It's an absolutely incredible intellectual journey contained in just a fraction of a sentence. I'm going to leave you with this final, provocative thought to chew on. If the content is cosmological, how do we solve the problem? Think about it. If the universe's own inventory is fundamentally flawed or contradictory, where does that actually leave our understanding of reality itself? The profound mystery of these 3 minimalist words invites endless exploration. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer today, and as always, never stop asking the big questions.